Hi guys, welcome back to Laila's Home Cooking. On today's episode I want to show you how I make tekwa. It is again another traditional treat that you can find in Mauritius, and it is so good to eat. I just love them. And then for the ingredient, for the dough, what we need here is all-purpose flour, just a bit of milk powder, pinch of yellow food color, and baking soda. And we also need some sugar for the dough, and then we also need some ghee. Now if your ghee is melted, then you can use like about 3 tablespoons, or you can add just a little bit more extra on top of the dough. But if your ghee is like mine, like this, is not melted, then 2 tablespoons will be enough, because if you melt it, obviously it's gonna be like more liquidy. And then we need channa dal. I'm gonna go wash this channa dal, and then first thing we're gonna do is put this to boil, and all I'm gonna add in this dal is just salt, and that's it. So let me go wash this dal, and then we're gonna make the dough after. So the water is almost started to boil. You don't need to wait for the water to boil all the way to add the dal. You can just add it like that, and wash the dal until you have a clean water. When you see a clean water, because you really want this to be clean well, and like not starchy, not too much starchy, because flour and dal together. So, and now let this dal boil. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And stir it, and then let this dal boil all the way until you don't see any germ in the dal, and then it will be ready to grind. Meanwhile, we're gonna mix the dough, and to all of this I'm gonna add this sugar as well, and then I'm gonna mix all of these dry ingredients first. And this dough, you can do this in a stand mixer, or you can just do it by hand, that I'm going to do. As usual, I'm going to start with a wooden spoon and finish by hand. Now I'm going to add the ghee. I'm going to leave a little bit for later if I need it. Mix. I'll add lukewarm water. Add little by little, keep mixing. In a bit I'm gonna switch by hand, and I'm gonna keep mixing until I got a nice smooth dough. And now I have a nice smooth dough, not that is sticky. This is how you're supposed to have the dough for the tekwa, just like that. So soft, as you can see, just like this. And this is the time that I'm gonna need little bit of the ghee. That will help for the dough not to create crust, and also the teeny tiny sticky that you feel, and this will disappear. Cover this dough, and then we're just gonna leave it on a side. The dal is ready to drain, and then we're gonna go grind them. This is how it's supposed to be. Press it, and it is like breaking apart. It is soft. Now let's go drain this, and then we're gonna let it cool for a bit, like 5 minutes, and then we're gonna grind them. Okay guys, so the dal has been cool for 10 minutes, and now I'm gonna go grind it, and I'm using a little mini food processor, and I'm gonna do this probably in 2 batches. Adding too much is gonna take longer to grind, and it's gonna take too much time. So let me grind this, and then we're gonna move forward. This is exactly what you like to have in your tekwa, just like that. Set this on the side. I also have a little bit of flour in my rolling pin here, and then now we're gonna uncover the bowl. The dough is resting enough. And now just set this on the side, and we're gonna walk a little bit with the dough. I'm gonna put some dry flour over here on my working surface, and then first thing what you want to do is like just create those little teeny tiny balls first, just like that, like I showed you before. Just press this dough, and then you're gonna have too big tekwa is not going to look too nice, so I think this size, because when you are going to add the dal inside to fill it, it's gonna obviously go a little bit bigger. I think I'm gonna go a little bit more bigger. Size is just up to you. If you want to do it quickly, just do a little bit bigger, and if you're not in a rush, you want to make these small tekwas, and just do it this way. All the little balls are ready. Now bring a little bit flour in front of you, and we're gonna start filling the dal just like we fill dal puri, exactly the same. Slightly deep in the flour, and then just use your two thumbs and then start creating a little bit room, and then we're gonna fill inside with the dal, and then we're gonna close it tightly, twist, and then we're gonna fold it back inside just like this. And then I'm gonna dip this into the dry flour gently, press it down, okay, and then I'm gonna just slightly, don't press the dough too much because this is a very soft dough. We're just gonna roll it into a thick circle, just like a nice tekwa, just like that. Beautiful. And I'm not gonna do this thin, I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna show you, just like this. Like you can feel it, it's like thick, it's like filled with dal inside. I'm gonna keep doing the rest, and then it's gonna be ready to fry. Oil is preheating over medium to low heat. I'm gonna gently add this tekwa, few at a time, and this has to fry just like this. Do not put the temperature on too high because the dal is not gonna cook, and even though the dal is boiled, but this has to fry just like medium low heat. It's been 2 minutes, and now you can see the tekwa is getting a little bit fluffier, just like this, slowly, and in a bit you guys gonna see the tekwa gonna catch a little bit light color, and I'm gonna start removing the tekwa, and you can leave it more if you like a little bit more brown color, but I think this is fine. The recipes that I'm gonna give you, you can easily get 18 this size tekwa, which is super good. I can't wait. Let me just break one, and I want to show you. Oh my god, the smell is so good, and look at the dal. Look at how the dal is falling apart. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Now tell me if this is not the best thing to have right now. Let me give it a try. So good. Let me tell you, you guys, you can either switch it. This one, the dough is a little bit sweet and the dal has only salt. You can do it in the opposite way. You make the dal unsalted when you're boiling it, and then after you grind the dal, then you can add some sugar, mix, and then in the flour, do not add any sugar, just add a little bit of salt, and then you're gonna have the other way of tekwa. Either way you like it, just use the same recipe, and the written ingredient will be down below in the description box. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye.